Conscious conversation. Deep thoughts, all designed to elevate your mind. Positive vibes are flowing with purpose divine. And carrying you toward a healthy body and spirit. And Cat Williams bringing wisdom, willpower, and unstoppable energy. Catch us every Wednesday night at 8 p.m.
Glory, 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 glory. Good day, people. I be Cat Williams.
And this is the God Purpose Divine.
True indeed. And we be conscious conversation. How you doing, my brother?
All is well. How about yourself, King?
Man, I'm good, bro. I can't complain at all, man. How your week been?
Man, my week been outstanding, man. Trials and tribulations, ups and downs, mountaintops to hills and valleys, man. It's all been the process of progress and growth. So it's something that's understood. Divine alignment is a process. Trust the process, King.
And I see you made it, huh?
Yes, sir. Another one down. Another one here.
Indeed, true indeed. Man, you been in my mind, man. I know we build every day, but you constantly on my mind, bro, because there's always good energy that you bring, you know what I'm saying? You've been there this week for me, you know?
Yeah.
Like you said, bro, trials and tribulations, you know what I'm saying, trial and error, but we make it through it all, man, because we're here today, right?
True indeed.
We stand witness, you know what I'm saying, that Jehovah Jireh, you know what I'm saying? He's the Almighty. Yahweh be King always. We bear witness that Yahweh be King and Yeshua be the Son of the living.
Peace,
my man. So how everything been, man?
Man, everything has been. I'm gonna be honest with you, guys. Like everything has been cautious and aware. That's what comes to my spirit and my mental. Been cautious and aware. And when I say cautious and aware, I'm saying cautious as far as being understanding of every step that's being taken and understanding the profound ability of what decision can happen, what consequence and repercussions can come behind every decision that I've been making on a daily basis. And awareness of just being understanding that the Almighty has a plan for every step. It ain't no mistakes, man. It's learning this week has been a real profound week for me, man. A beautiful thing, especially coming to this point right here.
True. I was looking at, I was observing the leaves today, man, how beautiful the leaves was just flying around, you know, like bats, you know what I'm saying? Just flying and floating, man. And just thinking about freedom, man, and liberty, you know, thinking about liberty, how it was liberated when it was brought forth, you know what I'm saying, the making of man.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So we was already liberated when we was put in the garden, you know what I'm saying? And that was never supposed to be a sweat off our brow, you know, the making of man. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to build with you because if I want to build with anybody about the making of mankind, it'd be a brother like you, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I'm just thinking, you know what I'm saying, as I walk this valley of life, you know, throughout my travels, you know what I'm saying, and how I progress, you know, and degress, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, how I reached the peak in life of my savageness, and I started demising my savageness, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I would say build and destroy. I destroy and build.
The 8th degree.
True indeed. And you know, throughout my walk, you know, I seen that, and it's crazy that because throughout my travels, it took the point of incarceration. You know what I'm saying? Before I really could see the making of man through me. You know what I'm saying? Not speaking of the life that was breather in me and us when we was just a mound of clay. Okay. But through, you know what I'm saying, our trials and tribulations amongst our walk when we was trying to fill that void, that empty void to find out who we really was, you know what I'm saying?
True indeed.
So you know, I just want to build on that, man, and how your travels for you begin to start.
And the build is the making of a man. That's a hell of a build, guys. That's a hell of a build. It's complex and perplex, and it's a beautiful build. Before we get into it, I'm gonna tell you how the Almighty just reigns supreme in everything we do. Right. It's funny how we sit here and we build on it, right? And I just talk to a divine enlightener, a sister, a queen, a beautiful soul, right? It's ironic. It's beautiful. It's supernatural. You know, we just built in this joint. Know what she was profoundly explaining to me. She went to Genesis. And she went to Genesis and she went into the esoteric degree. of understanding the scriptures and the knowledge. For real, God. And she broke down. She said, what people don't understand and want to get into, that many are called, but few are chosen.
True indeed.
And she said, when you read the scriptures, if you read it for face value, it gives you the explanation of the garden. When man and woman and so was in the garden, right? But she said, what people don't understand, when you learn, you read into it with 3 forms of which the Almighty made. He said he formed them, he thought them into existence, and he made them. He said that man was made, and then man was thought, but then there was a man that he put from the dirt and blew his breath into, and said led into the garden to the understanding of what man was to him and what he was to man, even before woman was in creation.
True.
I tell them sometimes, say, God made man for God. He made the woman for man.
I'm feeling.
In the creations of the understanding of the diverse universe, it was said that man was created before the woman. True. So as we built on one time before, we're saying, could you even imagine the conversations and the intimacy between God and man before anything else was into existence? The secrets, the mysticy, the understanding that was divulged into his air light. To his air light.
His air light.
So God made man for God. God didn't make man for woman.
True indeed.
God made man for himself because he sees himself in the reflection of man when he's properly aligned with the true understanding of what God is. The wisdom, the understanding, the knowledge.
Peace.
You understand?
Yeah.
And then when he looked down upon his air light, he said, it's not good for my air light to be alone. So he put him to sleep, and within the man, he took the rib. So the woman is always going to be a part of the man, and said, made him his helpmate. His helpmate. One that helps him on the vision that he's been implanted with and impregnated with.
That's right.
That's what you want. You want somebody that's impregnated. Not somebody that see it, visualize it, not somebody that can feel it. You want somebody that the God, the Supreme Almighty, has impregnated. And you know, impregnation is a cycle. Yeah. It's a 9-degree cycle. This ain't something that just happened overnight. This is something that takes time, essence, and pain.
Yes, it's deep.
Pain and growth. Pain and growth. We don't like the pain, man.
You know, and you talking about that when I was talking to you, right? You know, saying we talking about pain and making a man, and you took it back to the origin. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna skip a beat. I'm gonna do some time travel.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? And like you were saying throughout the week, you know what I'm saying? Still the process of making a man every day.
Every day.
Making a man. It don't end. You know what I'm saying? To the day that you return, to the day he returned, you know? And so we was talking about that birth pain, being impregnated, the pain that you go through daily.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? That's making you become that man. Like I told you when I met you, you know what I'm saying? Brother, you different. You know what I'm saying? You got that $1 billion potential to birth that $1 trillion man out of me. You feel what I'm saying?
True indeed.
See, I made you my air light, and you made me your air light. It's like the father made the man his air light. You feel what I'm saying?
True indeed.
Because you said you squeeze a lemon and you get what?
Lemon juice. Squeeze an orange, you get orange juice. So when you squeeze the man of God, you get praise and worship.
Praise, my brother. So you know what I'm saying? So me seeing you as my air light. No, that's what it is. Ain't how I see you. That's what it is. Likewise, I'm your air light. You know, and just going through what we go through daily. You know what I'm saying? You for me and me for you. True and that's how you say the Father had him. You always give me praise. You know what I'm saying? You put Yahweh first all the time, but you give me praise. Remind me of who I am. You know, how you see me. You know what I'm saying? And that's like how the Father was looking for to get his praise. But he put him in a condition that he would last forever. A condition that he would never have to swear off his brow. So that was beneficial. You know what I'm saying? So it was beneficial. I look at that like, how can you walk with one without being a benefit to each other?
True indeed.
Scripture said, no two can walk together unless they are agreed. You know? So I'm feeling that, you know what I'm saying? And it's the making a man, you know what I'm saying? It's the making a man. That you took it to the origin. I did some time work. Let's take it to the middle.
Let's take it to the middle.
Let's take it to the middle, my brother.
Making of the man in the middle. Making of the man is understanding who the man is within itself.
True.
Doing refinement and research. Introspective. You got to understand first. You got to move past the trauma. Because every man deals with trauma. Because trauma builds a man. It's a part of life. It's a part of life be living. So it's something that you can't run from. It's something that you face. It's something that you take on face to face and understand I'm a piece of that, and that's a piece of me. Because it's not about me. It's about me and being able to get through it and reach back to the other people in the traumas to bring them forth to the realization of what God is. It's a vessel. So being a man, the making of a man is first the deconstruction of the reconstruction to be able to be constructed.
It made me think about what comes first or what comes next. The diagnosis or the prognosis. You know what I'm saying? And we all got to get diagnosed first before we learn the prognosis. So then we can rejuvenate it. We can medicate it. We can impregnate it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the making of man, how I see life right now, as a day, right this second, as I see it. I see we coming up, my brother.
Oh, it's divine order.
You know what I'm saying?
That's divine order.
True. I see we coming up because once we get on the conscious build, continue to help form each other, continue to pray for each other, stand in the gap for each other, knowing that you might add light and not be yours, and likewise. As we continue to do for you and you do for me, you know, and that's what it's about. Like you said, coming up. Today you said something beautiful. You said everybody that we come across has something to do with us. You know what I'm saying? No matter what we go to or how far we go or what we become, everybody that we had touched before I ran across, they played a part.
True indeed.
Peace out to Dre.
Hey, love Dre. Dre, thank you again once, 100 times. Never can say it enough. Not even you, the you that's within you, the true understanding of God building, manifesting, being obedient. Dre is the embodiment of obedience.
Peace. The dot. You know what I'm saying?
Obedience is what the Almighty say, obedience is worth more than sacrifice.
Yeah.
Obedience is worth more than sacrifice, man. Listening to the call and hearkening to the heart. You know, being in alignment and harmony with divine order. So like you say, the making of a man. The making of a man is a beautiful process.
True.
It's a beautiful process. It's a process that's been mixed with so many different ingredients of the elements of the physical realm. And then, you know, I love the making of the man, right? Because the making of the man has so many different ingredients and processes from the physical element. But then once you have them, the word of life agitates them. It agitates them. It ain't enough that you have everything sitting there. It agitates them. Because in that agitation and from afar looks like chaos and destruction, but in the mix it looked like oneness and coming to a whole.
Yeah.
But you can't tell one from another because all was one from the beginning. And it comes to one substance and elements of degrees of knowledge and growth. It's all needed. But you can have your age, you can have your flour, you can have your sugar, you can have everything sitting in the melting pot of life. But until you blend it, until you agitate it, until you make confusion to conclusion, it won't be able to come as one and come together and stick like glue. And then you still got to stick it in the fiery furnace of life.
True. You
still got to let the heat make it rise to the occasion. It don't rise outside of the oven. It rise within the fires of the trials and tribulations. It rise within the misunderstanding of the misconfusion and deconstruction of what you call life. True. It's within the furnace that it becomes what it is meant to be.
That's right.
And through all that burntness, you know, they stick their toothpick. And when they don't see nothing but the God Almighty on it, he bring it out and he glaze it with his glory, man. He glaze it with his glory.
I want to talk about that agitation, man, because, you know, agitation is needed.
True indeed.
If there's no agitation, contentment and complacency steps. You know, that's the rebirth right there in the making. The rebirth is once you was a savage, then you decide to transform. You took that proclamation and made that sacrifice that I'm gonna change my wicked ways. Now we in the middle now. Man was made. You know what I'm saying? Man was made from the origin. We took a time warp a little bit of the things that we've been through a little bit, you know. Now we in the middle. We in the middle where we take that sacrifice. We take the sacrifice. And, you know, I want better. You know, I want what's for me. What Yahweh has for me. Now I want that, and with that is sacrifice. We know to whom much is given, much is required. Like we were chosen, ordained. You know, so we had to go through that. And so with that agitation, it said, I want more. I can't live like this. I can't be frustrated all the time, because now, you know what happened? You got to strategize. You got to use that brain, not 0.07 of that brain, but a little more of that brain, because you know what? You got to reinvent yourself. You got to make your own dollars. You're tired of punching the clock. You're tired of listening to the boss. You're tired of listening to the woman, the wife. You know, you're tired of listening to so many things. Now you want to manifest your heaven right here on earth, because it's in your hand. So what you do?
Make a move.
You got to make a move, brother.
Got to make a move. You
got to make constant sacrifice. Constant. Yeshua said, he told the disciples to watch and pray. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch what you're praying for, because you might not be in divine alignment. So things not going the way. So you got to try it this way. You know? And so, you know, I just want to hear what you got to say about that man in the middle, man.
And when we say the man in the middle, we'll be on as far as what the man in the transition.
The man in transition, my brother.
The man in the transition from the teachers of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad through Minister Louis Farrakhan. He said, that man in the transitional period, that's the scariest point, because he's not yet who he's destined to be, but he's not who he was. So he's standing in the middle. And people, he said, from the father, he said, be careful when you judge a man in transition, because you might see him for what he could be, but you don't know what it is, what he was. And when you judge him, you're going to hold yourself accountable for everything that you said upon him when he gets to where he's going. So it's like that man in the middle is in his birthright. He's stepping because he took the courage to step out on faith. That's what we do. It's not the movement that we make, it's the intentions. It's the intentions behind the actions that we put forth to bring forth a conscious desired reality. So that man in the middle is a man that's in his process for progress. So that man in the middle is me. The man in the middle is me. True indeed. That man in the middle is me. When you see who I am, you don't know where I came from, but you can see the vision of where I'm going. Sometimes people can see it better than me. True indeed. That's the thing that be rocking me to see. Yeah. Sometimes they can see it better than me.
Because I believe that 110%, because, you know, when you speak to a person and you speaking for, because we're aggressive. We're very aggressive, because you said Yahweh was aggressive.
True indeed.
Because won't no nose for no answer, because he was the answer. He made the rules. You know what I'm saying? So when we know what we're stepping at, when something is fruitless and coming our way, we shun it. You know, we propel it another way. Propel it another way. It's not for us. You know what I'm saying? So we understand the value of what we bring. So when we speak life, and we know we're going. There's nothing stopping me. I'm not letting nobody stop me. Like I said this week, my brother, anything I say on this podium right here, I'm not changing. Anything I speak before the people, I speak in my life and my destiny, I'm not changing.
Sure indeed.
You know, ain't no second guessing. There ain't no way with my faith. It's the job. If I said, if you try to tell me to do something that I don't want to do, I'm not doing it. If I lose a job, don't care how much money it is, I'm sticking to my guns, because I ain't gonna be no hypocrite and stand before viewers, millions of people. You know what I'm saying? I either 10 people, 5 people, not one, not myself. You know, I'm not gonna speak something that I don't believe in, my brother.
Sure indeed.
You know, so like you said, when you speak, I believe it. When you pray, I know it. You know what I'm saying? And receive it, knowing that Yahweh answering your prayers. You know, so it's like my air, like whatever you do, like you told me earlier, I'm with 110 when you speak. You know what I'm saying? I feel the remnants of Yahweh. You feel what I'm saying? So I understand what you saying, far as people see your power. And when they speak about your power, you marvel at it because you understand it. But they had to bear witness to make you bear witness of yourself.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? That you be the son of the true living.
True indeed.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful thing because God called me earlier, man. My ear light called me earlier, and he stood on business, man. He stood on something that wasn't in front of the cameras, wasn't even in front of nobody, was for himself. And I had the pleasure to be able to gain understanding and grow from it. And it's like, it's always crazy, man, because it's like you might be speaking to an individual and think you're trying to hit home with them and not even knowing that it's the person beside them that's really sideways ear hustling in here. And you don't even know. Like you could be talking to this person and you spilling your soul out to this individual. And that person like, yeah. And they walk away and do exactly the same thing they've been doing. Gambling, smoking, drinking, whatever. Not knocking none of that, because all that's a process of growing life. And ain't what you do is how you do it, and handle the business well while you're doing it, and make an example for everybody that's trying to do it like you to make you do it better. But you might speak to an individual and you might see them and be like, man, I just spoke to this person. They went back to the same schematics that I just led them from. But you don't know it's that individual was in the cut that was listening and be like, yo, that's a wise man, right? He made me think different about something. But he say, man, you plant the seed and God get the increase.
That's right.
So we not here to change anybody. We ain't here to change nobody. We just here to speak our testimony, man.
True indeed.
Just what we've been through and how it changed and developed to us and made it the most powerful thing about the testimony to make it move forward is how it made me see past myself, man.
And with that, bro, we're gonna take a break.
True indeed, God.
SKST Radio Network is looking for podcasters to join our network. www.s.kstradio.com.
Beats.bro.com.
Welcome back.
Peace.
I be Cat Williams
And Purpose Divine.
Conscious Conversations.
All the time.
Yeah, we was building on making a man. And right now we're gonna twist it up a little bit. We're gonna talk about the skeletal right now. The physical part of man. We'll talk about the skeleton, we'll talk about the heart.
Okay.
You know, and we just want to twist it up a little bit to give everybody a health tip, you know. And as far as dealing with the skeletal, I just want to say this. Dealing with the muscle mass and the skeletal, always know that you have two different muscle types. You have the fast twitch muscle and the slow twitch muscle. And the fast twitch muscles is the outer skeletal muscle. The muscle that you see, that's the muscle that you build, that you define when you do plenty of reps. on top of you, right on top of your skeletal, is the slow twitch muscle. That's the bigger muscle. That's the muscle for your power. That's usually the muscle that you use when you're doing like 1 rep maxes and powerlifting. You just want to just go extremely hard. The outer muscle, the muscle that's seen, basically barbell type muscle definition. You can use the barbells. I do high reps and to define that muscle. The heart also is a muscle, and the heart is a different muscle. That muscle is a cardiovascular muscle where it pumps blood, it pumps nutrition. It pumps different things to the muscle to help the muscle grow. It pumps oxygen to the brain. So that right there, that heart alone, is a muscle. That's an instrument that you have to survive. Without the heart, you don't last too long. Also, you need your kidneys, your liver, and all those things. But the main muscle that you need is that heart. Okay, so we just wanted to give you guys a little health tip, and don't forget that egg yolk is blood. That steak, that blood that's run through that steak, all that right there is called cholesterol. Anytime you're eating anything with live blood that's ran through it, that's been dead, is cholesterol. So y'all please remember that, and especially people of color, remember that, and I say that because we have a high rate, the highest rate of diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure. Matter of fact, we have the highest degree of everything. And also remember this too. And we also had the most powerfulest thing that's known to mankind inside the bloodline or inside the body, and that's melanin. Yeah. That's why we are the dark. We don't need tans. But if some of you light skins, if you want to get a tan, get a tan. But our bodies are made to shield off all kinds of different sun rays, different elements of life to help us survive. And if this is what I won't say for homework. Everybody who wants to know who they are and what origin they come from in life and why their body is made certain ways. If you look at the muscle, the calf muscle, most black men have high calf muscles. So a lot of those black men think we got small legs. No, we got high calf muscles because we're hunters. We're from Africa. We're hunters. If you look at the Chinaman and their eyes and the people, the Asian, because there was a lot of sand out there, their bodies was made to protect their eyes from the sand. So like I said, for good homework, read Babylon Timbuktu. It's a good book. Okay. Yeah. But I just wanted to build right there on some health facts real quick. Pretty much just a refresher, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people knew that. We just want to spread it out, a little bit of wisdom to you guys,
I also want to thank the individual you said that reached out, man. A viewer that watched and asked about the creatine situation.
Yeah, Danielle Bears reached out and she was asking about the creatine. And also I want to say something about that. The creatine, be mindful of the creatine. When I say you need glucose or carbs or anything like that, what happens is it sets off. I mean, it'll work, but to really make it active and make it activate, to make it functional in your life and for you to see change, use glucose or some kind of sugar or carb. What happens, it activates and it injects it. It projects it and propels it to the proper place it needs to go. The creatine, it builds resilience in the muscle. And it also it heals the muscle, because without creatine, your protein will heal the muscle, and there'll be no muscle growth. You want to heal the muscle, and do you want something to actually grow the muscle? So if you're using your protein for healing, if you're not using a creatine or proper carbs, then your protein will be, I ain't gonna say wasted, but your body won't be too much of a change. We won't change. You know what I'm saying?
You'll piss it out.
You'll piss it out. You definitely.
You piss it out.
Peace out to Dr. Ron and Cammy, the engineer Arthur, T Nice.
True indeed.
And our brother is in Cali in Houston.
Yeah.
That's too nice to use that.
Okay.
Yeah. And Beats by Bruh.
Beats by Bruh. Shauna, HR Man.
Shauna Turner, HR Man.
Oda. Dre, everything.
Dre, Amina.
What's the time with Dre?
DJ Jackie.
What station and what time?
92.5 FM. We on Saturdays at noon. Check us out, the Andre Bell and Friends Show.
Check that joint out, man.
And Reality Podcast on it too. And make sure y'all
hit the like. Know what I was thinking? No, I was thinking we were just talking to. I think we need to let the people understand too when we say build. I was thinking about that when you just said that. I want to get the people to understand that when we say build, when me and my ear like build, when we say build, what we doing is we adding Almighty into our understanding of our relationship. Mm-hmm. When I build with you, it's saying, all right, I know that I've been blessed with a soul. Mm-hmm. I've been blessed with an individual, man. I done went through so many other people to get to this one right here. Uh-huh. So when I speak to him, I speak to him in love, but I also want to introduce, I want to bring Almighty come into this conversation. Uh-huh. Purify this essence. Keep this thing, because if we keep the foundation with the Almighty and Yahshua, mm-hmm. then we're going to edify and grow no matter what, because the foundation going to stay strong. Mm-hmm. So when we say build, when we build, we talk, we pray, we build on the mathematical mm-hmm. laws, because, you know, mathematics is the only language of the universe, the only true language of the universe. So it's like when me and my brother said we build, what we saying is we adding on and introducing the Almighty to what we have in our conscious intellect. Right. Let's say take the natural and purify it and edify it to the supernatural. Mm-hmm. That we need you in this situation. We need you in our interactions. We need you, because with you, everything gonna be clear.
That's right.
Everything gonna be prosperous. Everything, no matter, I'm not gonna get caught up in the understanding of the physical dimension. I'm gonna understand these are souls that's been reincarnating back into the act, to the essence, and we bringing you into this because we want to stay connected to the source.
True indeed.
I want to stay connected to the source.
That's right.
So even and another one I'm gonna get you with. I'm gonna get you. Uh-huh. I'm gonna get you say what we say, the making of the man.
Uh-huh.
Said the making of the man. Hey, I wouldn't be me. And you say, hey, look, when you say the making of the man, what man we talking about? Because as we've been taught in the teachings, I'm taught my spiritual father, man, there's a such thing as the mankind and the human. Mm-hmm. Human, we understand that man. Hue means what? Color. Mm-hmm. H-U-E, color, man, the colored man. And then we got mankind, a kind of man. Hey, look. So when we say what's the making of the man is the black man. Is standing on the knowledge, born truth from who you is on all perspectives, and all dialects, and all dimensions. Knowledge of self. Say when you know self, you know God. The highest form of knowledge is the knowledge of self.
I mean, how can you look in the mirror? You know what I'm saying? And not look at Yahweh.
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Say he made in his image and his likeness. Break that down. The image and his likeness. So that means if I'm made, man, we say things so much that they become cliches, man, and come aphorisms and come little slick talks and little pop-ings to make me sound like, but do you really know what you speaking when you speak what you spoke that make you say it what it is that you said? Because everything you say, we say, my word is my bond is my life. I should give my life before my words should ever fail. So are you conscious of the words that's coming out your mouth? Because you might be failing over your own self, not because of what you're trying to do and ain't doing, because of your ignorance or not understanding what it is that you're speaking into existence.
I understand, my brother.
He said, we made. I didn't say this. The word, the integrity of the word said you made in the image of the likeness. What's the image? An image is a vision, a photo conception, something that you can see that represents what it is. That's looking at it, an image. An image is a phototype. It's saying a likeness. Likeness means that's the degree. What it say? We are when we call each other gods, right? Not because we are the Almighty, because we are the image and the likeness of the Almighty, while we align with the integrity of the word that's been pronounced, decreed, and declared from the Almighty. So it says it's in the image of the likeness. It says we are not the same in quantity, but we are in quality.
True.
That's all we saying.
True. We not all knowing, all saying. We not supreme being.
No.
But we understand the scripture said, yes, ye are like God. You are God. You are God. But you should also die like men.
Why they skip that though? Like, why? I don't get that though. Like, they really don't like that joint. They really ain't feeling that. No. Oh, maybe because they don't want the responsibility that comes with it. It's a responsibility. I don't call my air like God because it sounds smooth or it sounds sweet. I say it because I throw the responsibility on his shoulders to walk like that. I'm upholding him to his essence. Hey, when I say God, hey, walk like it, talk like it, be it. Stand strong in what you are. I'm nothing but a reminder. When I'm with you, I'm nothing but a reminder of who you are. I'm a billboard. I'm your number one cheerleader, man.
My brother.
I want to see you win. We go in. It's not I want to see you win because I want you to aspire to win. I want to see you win because I already know you're going to win. And I want to get the glorification of being there with you because your joy is my joy.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pass you the alley-oop.
Man, MBK, I am my brother's keeper, man. I am my brother's keeper.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
And you know, I love how everything reciprocates. You know, I love how we see things one and the same. You know, and even if we don't agree, you know what I'm saying? Which I never.
We ain't got
happen. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never thought of that.
We got to be walking in the line.
It came up.
You know what I'm saying? So, but that's the power. That's the power that's manifested because you said I can put you on speakerphone any day. You know, don't care who listen. I know nothing further is coming out. I know it but praise and worship, edification. You know, it's always it's constant confirmation of who you are to me. You know, and it's constant. Like you said, a reminder. You know what I'm saying? It's constant every day. It's upheld that you are walking in the likeness. Let's build on this right here. Check this. Okay. The scripture said, he said, let us make man. You see that, man? Who is he talking to? How can the Father say, let us make man? He was talking to somebody. He was talking to somebody. Because he didn't make man by himself. He said, let us make man.
Man, it's crazy, man. I was just talking to the queen about all of this. That was in Genesis said it. So I want to get I want to give the political correct understanding. Surface level. We all know he was talking to the guy in light, the truth, Yeshua,
the air light,
the wisdom. But I'm gonna give you the esoteric understanding, the metaphysical understanding. He was talking to me. Man, the God I've been building since eternity deep in rising, man. I'm from the essence, man. He was. When I say me, I'm talking about my soul. I'm talking about the truth. I'm talking about the I am within me. I was reading, you know what the difference between the God within the self and the God within you is the I am to the myself. I am is the divinity that's within me. Myself is me, the ego, the emotions, the trauma, the self-esteem, the worth, the gladiator, all good things. But myself is stuck in the physical degree of the realm. But the I am, and the great I am, you understand? I am all that I am. And what did he say to Moses? I am who I say I am.
I am who I say I am.
Nigga, come on, man. I am. When somebody tell you, hey, yo, I'm about to go in here and do this, look, what these niggas might be tripping with? Man, when you go in there, tell them, I am, since you. I am who? I am who I say I am. Well, that put the battery in your back right there. Yeah, I'm about to go. Either they gonna know who he is when I go in here or they ain't. But the way he said it, this got to be the truth right here. And I'm willing to put my. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you something. Anybody that's watching, y'all can have your own perspective of who it is or what we are, or who I am, how I follow what I'm saying. I'm willing to put my bottom dollar on the Almighty. That's where I'm at. That's just where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm willing to put my bottom. I'm willing to put my life on the line. He done show me too much. He done love me too much. He done love me. He done love me when I ain't love myself.
So let me ask you this, okay? You feel that strong about him. How would you see the great I am introducing you to the audience? How would that go?
How would the great I am here?
Let me play that role.
Play that role.
How he would introduce you. Okay. You are about to receive the most honorable, favorable, the most redeemed, the most buildable, the most respectable, the most held accountable, the most prolific, the most edified, unique, the most serious, the most loyal, the promise, the strongest, the fastest, the quickest man that I made. And soon to be the most brilliant that will sit on the left hand of the Father.
Hey, look, let me tell you, and I'm glad you gave me that. I appreciate that. That's peace. That's peace and I love it. And if I could give you my introspect, when you said that, it gave me a overstanding, a mental perception of what it is that you were speaking on in the context of what you want me to deliver. And when you gave me that, you know what I thought in my head? If he was to introduce me, you know what he would say? I want to introduce my most broken, my most looked over, my most redefined and redefined. I want to introduce you to my broken soldier. Only God can break you in the most gentlest way where he can put you back together and make you fine. I want to introduce you to the one that I pushed to the limit of no. He kept believing in me.
Glory.
And now, because if it's just due, here goes a humble brother, servant, steward. Here go mine, one that surrendered himself to me, trusting and believing. I said that I think the most beautiful gift we gonna get, God, at the end of the road is the Father gonna sit us down and explain to us all the hurt, betrayal, backstabbing, and pain. And he gonna make it all make sense. He gonna make all of this confusion. He gonna make everything that you went through, every struggle, he gonna make all that. Said that's what I made you to be. He gonna make it make sense.
So that trauma is needed.
Definitely.
That trauma is what molds you, builds you, and what validated you at that time.
True indeed.
That trauma validates you at that time. So in due time, you know what I'm saying, that everything had came together, like you said, was in that mix, was being blended. Everything was blended. Now we present to you. Now we present to you, my brother, purpose divine.
Yeah, peace to the
you know what I'm saying? Now we present the brokenness,
the broken,
and the humbleness, and the most prestigious. You know, that's the introspect, outrospect, retrospect. You know, like I said, the born, the rebirth, the time warp, the middleman. You know what I'm saying? Human, mankind, making up man.
Yes, sir.
My brother Anthony Caliper.
That's how we gonna roll.
That's how we roll.
That's how we roll, man. The God purpose and the God cat, man. It's been a divine alignment. The queen, a person asked me today, how's your week, man? I said, purpose driven, man.
Purpose driven.
Purpose driven. We gotta know, man, They say, hey, people, they say I got avoidant issues. I avoid people in certain situations. And I tell them, no, I got standards, man. Mm-hmm. I don't need to explain. If you don't get it, you don't get it. It might not be for you. And I respect you. I love you and accept you. But what we doing before we leave out, the brother said we got a couple of minutes. Before we leave out, we want to understand the model of what we doing as Israelites. Mm-hmm. We focusing and moving in the currency of love, man.
Sure indeed.
I done been through pain. I done been through prison. I done been through hurt, drama, miscommunications, deception, and everything. I'm not here by accident. I'm here because I never gave up. That's and right. I'm here to the point now where I experienced so many different forces of life that it's me and you would just do to experience the forces of love, man. I want it. And love ain't, you know what I like about this thing where we at in life? That we understand love is not something to be given and taken as lack of respect. It's something to be earned and received and responsible to give it back. I always love the Lauryn Hill joint. What she say in that joint? Where's my reciprocity? Hey, Brian. Everybody now they go look that thing up because you sounded too sweet. Like, where's my just due? Where's my just due? And I gotta stop looking for another person to give me what I owe to myself.
That's right.
I owe that to me. Uh-huh. That's not your job to keep me peaceful. That's not your job to keep me prosperous. That's not your job to not let you aggravate me. That's not your job to make you live up to the expectations of who I thought you would be. Because when we meet every individual, we don't meet them for them. We meet them for the potential of who they be. And like I said, bro, like we'll talk about it, man, use me. Use me. Use me. Because I don't want to be useless. I want to be something that contributes to the relationship of growth. They say use that nigga, use me.
That's right, my brother. And everything you say, man, is a reflection of life. Is a reflection of eternity. You know what I'm saying? Everything you say meant something, and it always means something. And I love you for that. And I want everybody who have viewed this viewing today, because that's what it is, a viewing of conscious conversation. Hit that like button, subscribe, and please share. And brother, with that said, man, take us out in the word of
we can say about the word of prayer, man. And I got my beautiful princess with me, man. Yes, and it only motivates and make me grow. And if I do prayer, hey baby girl, hey, come on. Let me close out of my prayer. Let us do this because it's my pride and joy. And it is not that it's just all it is. This is all that I am.
That's what it's all about right here. This was about. This was about. All about. You got every reason to fight for life, my brother.
True indeed, it's a purpose. It's a purpose that's driven. So we close out in prayer and we say, Almighty Yahweh, we thank you for everything that you've given us and everything that you withstood and held for the integrity of who you are. We thank you for your divine interventions, for the people, places, and things that meant to destroy us, but because of your beautiful hand and your purpose that you placed on us before we was formed in our mother's womb, that you did not let us destroy us. You might let it hurt us, you might let it scar us, you might let it deter us for a second, but it's all for the purpose of your glory. We thank you for your love. We thank you for your strength. We thank you for allowing us to even petition you on the honor of just saying thank you.
Thank you.
Not asking for anything, for knowing that we are everything that we are destined to be. Our destiny is waiting for us as we are waiting for it, because it cannot be fulfilled without us in his presence. We thank you for the teachers of Yahshua, the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding that we grow within. Touch every individual that's watching, listening, just coming back again. We thank you for support, because this is what me and my brother are doing is for a purpose driven that's beyond ourselves. Touch every individual, their household, that the angels be protected over them, that no hurt, harm, destruction, the chaos should bestow upon their porches. Allow us to grow strong in everything we do and everything we love. We love you in the mighty name of Yahshua. Until we see you again next week, we come with honor, praise, and glory. We stand in there and say peace and amen.
Peace and amen.
Peace, King.
Peace.